This is what I looked like when I read, this is what I looked like before I read the book. Okay? I don't know why you're laughing, but that's okay. This is what I look like after. Actually, I should say this is what I was scared of after I read the book. I basically slept on my back for about a year straight in total abject fear, thinking that I could somehow negotiate for my everlasting life. Like if this guy showed up, I could say, time out, time out. I could be a vampire with you, and like, just don't kill me. I could be a cool vampire. That 10-year-old girl you just saw, that's what I thought I could do. Anyway, from there on, I read many of Stephen King's books, and each one left me with a new fear. Our dear family friends had a Saint Bernard. You see that dog in the back picture? He looks cute, yes. Every time we went to visit, my parents wondered why I wouldn't get out of the car. And I was just like, because we're all gonna die. So they're like, they thought I needed therapy. And I was just like, okay, I can survive watching you die, I just don't wanna die too. And they're like, you know, they just thought I was very troubled. But anyway. When I went to prom, I want you to know how brave I am for this. And before you laugh, this was the height of fashion in 1984. But anyway, someone truly should have thrown blood on me, but no such luck. Anyway, I can seriously never go into a big ballroom without looking up and checking the rafters. You never know. But anyway, Beth told me that we did not have the budget for a bucket of blood. And so that was out of the question. But anyway, so this was all I could do. And just so you know, I'm not winning any honors for this. I'm not a graphic person. This is the best I can do. This is the long view from my kitchen window. This is way out my backyard, and this is my own pet cemetery. And every so often when I'm just doing the dishes and spacing out, I just kind of sit there and I go, wait, was that a paw? Is the ground moving? What's happening? And then I just sit there and go, God damn it, Stephen King. So that's what happens to me on a regular basis. And there are other gems from reading his books. There were the hours as a child that I spent trying to make things catch fire with my brain. There's paper, stuffed animals, my brother. Hours I can't get back. My low-grade fear of old cars. My son used to love old car shows when he was little, but I was always afraid he'd pick the one that would follow us home, the one that was evil. My general expectation someday while walking in the woods, that I will find a dead body. I don't know if that's good, bad, evil, or whatever. I just assume that'll happen someday when I go for a hike. I don't know if that's normal. I don't know. I just assume it's out there and I'll find it. When my son was in 3rd grade, he very excitedly came home with a permission slip and he said, oh my God, we're taking a trip to the corn maze. They need chaperones, Mommy. And I just said, I just turned around under my breath and I was like, what fresh hell is this? And out loud I said to him, oh, sweetheart, I'm so sorry, I'm busy that day. And then he said, that's okay, we can go anytime. It's open for like 6 or 8 weeks. And I said, oh my God, I'm busy the whole time. And then I had to explain to him that Mommy does not pay money to get lost in the cornfields. Because she doesn't want to die. is literally less than a mile from my house. I drive by it all the time. And they do have nighttime corn mazes. And so people do this, but anyway, so now let's get serious and talk about The Shining. What did that give us? Other than a very healthy distrust of creepy twins, I can't walk by a typewriter without wanting to write, "All work and no play makes Jack a dull boy." And don't you, when you're in a hotel hallway, don't you just want to yell, "Red rum, red rum"? And whenever I use my axe, and I've got a couple, I live up north, I just want to hack through a door every so often. And that is the big one. That is still, by far, the scariest book I have ever read. I mean, seriously, that is the one that kept me up at night. And I think I had finally suppressed it when the new movie came out. And my son, he truly found my Achilles heel. And he followed me around, and he kept asking me, "So, what is your deepest fear?" And how to tell him that a clown that knows my deepest fear is, in fact, my deepest fear. Now I won't sleep. Oops, I forgot to, there we go. So for all the many, many pages and for all the many, many books, for the times that Stephen King actually came into my bookstore, and for what he does for the area where I live, Freiburg, because I actually live in Maine, Bridgeton and Lovell, for the state of Maine, for his politics, for all the people that he's scared, for all the people that he's gotten reading, for all the readers and the writers that he's produced, this year's President's Award is presented to Stephen King. I hope you enjoyed that, so I hope you laughed. So anyway, so I want to thank you. That concludes the events for this evening, and I want to thank you, a heartfelt thank you to all of our authors this evening.